out of my face at the fucking bar. I remember one night I was at the bar, just drinking, fucking doing lines in the bathroom. I kept putting the coke in the locker. And I kept spending all my money in quarters taking the coke out. And I became friends with a guy at a bar. And it started 6 a.m. I stayed in the airport all night getting fucking coked up, jerking off in the men's stall, in the fucking bathroom.
That is dark and all.
That's fucking, yeah.
Dude, that's the dark side.
Oh my God.
That's the worst, bro. You're just up with your fucking ideas, feeling your fucking pulse.
What's up, Lisa? Yeah, it's been a week without an edible.
I know, I'm just glad
you're back from outer space. I don't know if you guys know.
I'm pretty high, man.
Oh no, fuck yeah, we don't fuck around.
Oh, yeah.
My boy joined jiu-jitsu 3 months ago, and he did his first fucking tournament. I've been going to jiu-jitsu for 2 fucking years, and I'm still scared to go on a tournament. Lee went Saturday.
It's so much more fun than
he took third fucking place.
No way.
Out of 3 people. So.
That's tough, bro. You know what place I took? No fucking place. I wasn't there. I was walking around the fucking Central Park with ducks, and there you are, fucking choking motherfuckers. My heart goes out to you, bro. You're a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, it's commendable, bro. You could have
commendable, bro.
You could have been fourth, bro. You could have got disqualified.
You could have showed up.
I had a little bit of a bronchitis right now, so I wanted to quit, but I knew if I didn't do it, you, John Butt, and everyone will kill me. So I'll just go.
I understand.
What was the match like?
I wanted to see you play out the hand.
I was never scared of it. Like I've said, I've wrestled in high school. It's never good, but I knew I wasn't gonna physically die, or occasionally someone breaks an arm or something. But that's not even the end of the world. I've been losing weight for the past couple of years, and it really kicked it into gear that I need to finish losing the weight because because it was a smaller tournament. I'm 228 right now. I was going against people who were 290, 280. So it wasn't an ideal situation for me.
Were you pretty did you smoke first?
No, God, people ask me that, man. I can't imagine doing that high. When Javier was choking me that night and I was stoned out of my mind, I was like, I just laughed.
It's a different world.
Is it?
Oh,
could you be high and do it?
No, I tried a couple times. I almost had heart attack.
Oh,
because when you start breathing heavy, your mind takes you away.
Yeah.
So, when you're on an edible, you breathe heavy. When I go to jiu-jitsu this morning, I was breathing heavy. I was having a hard time.
Yeah,
So if I would have done an edible, the edible takes your mind away. And also your mind, the edible tells your mind you're about to have a heart attack. And your fucking heart starts to pound just from listening to you.
It's not even true.
Sometimes just here, I'll start having a little bit of a panic attack.
Really? Yeah, the edibles. Let me tell you something. Edibles aren't copacetic for everybody. They create a lot of anxiety. A lot of people say, what? I like smoking pot, but for me, it gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. If you get that uncomfortable feeling. There's times we eat fucking 8,000 milligrams of edible, and it's an uncomfortable feeling. You go through an hour of Jesus Christ, this is terrible.
I'm feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. I feel pretty high. Because I don't ever smoke, so I feel fucking.
When did you start comedy?
Pretty high, man.
I've been around in LA for 10 years.
Yeah. I started 12, 13 years ago.
Okay, because I know you were in LA, you were really young, 2005. So.
I was young, man. Do you ever miss the weight? Did you ever miss the weight, bro?
I miss eating what I want to eat. I miss, I didn't care.
How much did you eat? Would you just eat the fuck out of something?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
I worked.
Really?
Yeah, just fucking get whatever you want.
Oh, it's great.
Put it in your mouth.
It's even football, it's depressing for me. I don't watch football. I used to watch football all day. And I would get a large pizza and 12 wings, fucking 6 Diet Cokes. Oh, just great. And not even worrying about it. Just not even worrying about it at all.
Did you ever sleep on a fucking piece of crust or something you were just eating it? Fucking monster.
Not normally. We used to do this podcast at 6 a.m. and I would work nights. Yeah, we did for a year at 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
And I was working nights on a TV show, so I'd go from there to here, and then I would it'd be 8 in the morning, and I'd be getting Jack in the Box. And sometimes I'd just pass out
from eating it.
Well, no, just from all these things. But then I'd pass out with the rapper would still be on my couch or something. It's terrible.
Oh, okay. Because you never hear people's fucking eating stories. Everybody tells their weight loss story. I want to hear when you was just fucking hot and chocolate in your fucking cheeks, man. When you're just filling your gills up.
I used to go I got up to 315. That was the highest I ever got.
Yeah.
At a certain point, I was every night getting 2 packages of Reese sticks and 2 either Swedish fish or gummy bears. And
Reese sticks?
Yeah, those are the best.
Are they good?
Those are still the best. I can't have them. But those are the best. And then either Swedish fish or gummy bears.
Yeah.
And just have them. And I would tell myself I would have 2 of each the next day, but it would never happen. So I
eat them all, huh?
I miss that. Now I have a fudgicle. And it's depressing, but it still tastes good, but it's not.
It covers the spread, but you really fucking want. That's the worst. Now, you grew up where?
Louisiana.
How far? A suburb?
About 40 miles, 45 miles.
So your family's eaters?
Yeah, our family's like, we didn't eat a bunch of food, but we ate as much as we had, pretty much.
I mean, I've had 3 experiences in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And 1 outside of New Orleans. And all my experiences have always been around food. It's a very food culture.
People love to eat.
Foodie culture. And depending where the fuck you go, they'll hit you with some alligator.
Shrimp po' boys.
Shrimp po' boys like a motherfucker,
Oh, they'll fucking.
When I went to shoot Grudge Match, we shot that in New Orleans. But, I was a little bit cold. They put me in a hotel where they give you all the meals are inclusive.
Yeah.
And at first I was like, I'm fucking eating a fucking hotel. Oh my God.
The hotel food was good.
Every fucking meal was world class. It was all like a 7-course.
Yeah.
Start to finish, salad, dessert, appetizer, everything was fucking delicious. So it's a food culture. So you're in great shape. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, I like
Did you eat what you want? You have a great metabolism.
No,
You work out a lot.
Not as much. I work out a pretty decent amount. I wish that I wish I actually ate more. And just like you would do, like you did, just like sometimes I just want to honestly just fucking
It's
fill
fun.
myself with fucking food and salt and fucking
It's fun for
sugar.
a little bit, but I would give anything to be as skinny as you are. So it's
Really?
Yeah, man, I've never been skinny, so this is like a new thing for me.
Oh, well, so your whole life is fucking feeling a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 228 today, so it's not great, but it's better than 315.
You didn't look fat to me, and I was just thought like, man, this guy he's got kind of a unique shape, he's chill. But then I was like, oh, and then you feel fat. That's the problem.
I don't feel any different at all, but it's like I would imagine. Well, I'm surprised you're not fat. Like beignets? Are you serious? If I lived in New Orleans and had beignets and shrimp po' boys, I've never even had one, but I just see it and it just looks good.
There used to be a place in Boulder.
Baby formula too, actually, down there. You see a lot of the sisters drinking baby formula outside of the French Quarter.
In a bottle? What do they do? Huh? In a bottle?
No, just a can, bro. It's just can it up. It's true, man. A couple of sisters out there canning it up.
It's it's weird you talking about this because I think that like my best eating period, you start off skinny. You work out in high school, you play football. I had a friend that used to eat a box of fucking cereal for breakfast and then it was cake. How the fuck and a gallon of milk in high school? Lift weights. And then, I was eating too. I had a great appetite. Then I moved to Colorado and they took away the night eating. There's no more drinking. I'm going to eat what I was used to eating. Right? Open steak sandwich at 2 in the morning with a filling it up, a turkey soup.
And not even brushing your teeth.
Shit, just going to bed with dirty teeth.
Yes, that's how I do it.
Fuck yeah, fucked up.
So that's where I'm from. Man, a place you go to bed with dirty teeth.
You got dirty teeth. And I don't eat here. At night, I go home. If I'm really high, I'll eat whatever my wife cooks, which is controlled. It's like a chicken cutlet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's not like 20 chicken cutlets. There's 20 chicken cutlets. You can fuck shit up. There'll be like one leftover chicken cutlet. I'll eat a chicken cutlet, eat an apple. You know what I'm saying? Just
That's crazy. I've been lucky all week. My mom's been here for almost a week.
No
and
way.
I haven't eaten this good in 4 years.
she's making breakfast.
She hasn't made. We've been sleeping a little late. A couple of days she made breakfast, but it's been like she made brisket. She made a couple different kinds of chicken, and it just
I like all of that.
stacked all my entire fridge is full now. For
I like peach cobbler.
Oh, she made icebox cake. Have you ever had that? All you do is you take a layer of graham crackers and you have to get the cook and serve pudding, not like pudding cups, but you have to cook pudding. And you just do layers of pudding and graham cracker. You put it in the fridge and let it freeze up and then put some whipped cream on it. Paula's been talking about it for 3 days. She loves it.
Sorry. We used to fill fucking. We used to have this game where you would fill like people's two dudes would fill their mouth with sugar, you know, and then you would you slap each other in the fucking face. But here's the thing, bro. It's hard to hold a whole bunch of sugar in your mouth and keep it all in. Well, here's the thing: it starts dissolving, but you get parched because all your moisture is going to this thing, so your body starts to the sugar in your dry mouth at a certain point, and you feel like the desert.
How old are you?
I don't know, like you was a child.
Okay, like when I was like 8.
Like 7, 8, 11, and 14 even. 14 even. And this one 18-year-old chick. 14. We used to have this fucking girl who was probably 14 that went shirtless, bro, since she was like fucking 4 to 14 shirtless, bro. Shirtless.
Why was that?
I don't know. It's just sort of the whole family was pretty much shirtless, and they didn't do any different by the girls, man. This girl was shirtless as fuck. And we all thought, like, damn, she's like a long hair. It's like the most best looking dude you've ever seen, right? We thought that till about 11. And then somebody's like, that's a girl, man. She just goes shirtless.
Don't we told her to put a shirt on in school or something?
Oh, I don't know about the school, but I mean, she was at a children's school. I was a little bit older than her. I never saw anybody just be completely shirtless like that.
Who puts fucking sugar in their mouth?
Oh, yeah. Well, it was a cheap game, bro. It's like if you don't have a bunch of money to go do something, you fill each other's mouth up with sugar. And y'all just gotta slap each other in the cheek.
There was a kid in my neighborhood, John Clardy, not a bad kid. Always great sense of humor. He had a brother, Brian Clardy. In those days, kids didn't have ADD. They had autism. He was just retarded.
Yeah.
When he had the cheeky eyes.
Yeah, he just wasn't cutting it. He just wasn't cutting it, man.
And they used to torture him.
Yeah, we called him God's favorite.
Yeah, they used to make him drink piss. They'd piss in a beer bottle and close it and then put it in the last bottle. And he would take it, clap a beer, and he'd fucking drink it. I was never involved with shit with Brian Carney.
Was he handicapped?
No, he just wasn't sharp. You know,
Yeah.
he just wasn't a sharp kid. Nice kid, always said hello, Brian Carney. But they did weird things to him. Like they used to make him eat shit. Like they pay him like $15 to make him eat a lot of like weird stuff.
How much shit? Oh, I mean actual shit.
No. He'd fill his mouth with pepper and shit like that. And then this other kid, the guy who they just fired, Miami Hurricanes defensive coordinator, when he was a kid, his brothers and all those guys in the neighborhood used to tie him up on a bicycle, make him eat raw eggs and blow him up in his mouth and all that shit. Like put the eggs in the shell and smack him and blow the egg in his mouth. No wonder my guy went to Penn State was an All-American.
Thank God I didn't go to died in your town.
It was certain
Thank God I was
people
too nerdy for that. I was one of those kids.
The guy I got into it with when I did that club, before I met Lee, I did a club in New York City. One of the first times I went to New York to do comedy on my own. I booked a music club in the Village.
Right.
And I went there, the guy that started the fight, his name was Brian Burns. We were kids. We were grammar school. We already had a legend. What he would do is hit a gang of guys that would take you, tie you down, and they would put duct tape on your balls, fucking that glue shit, tape it, you call it a table.
Oh, yeah.
And give it a table, and lay you down and wrap you up in the table,
Yeah.
pull the tape off you and shit like that. He was known for all that stuff, spraying stuff on your balls. He was a big time bully. And you know what happens to bullies, bro? They get beat up later on in life. People. And I remember that night, I was like, I can take this fucking
Damn.
And I had already a plan. He kept coming in to try to apologize. And I kept going, you know what? I can take this guy. I can kick him in the fucking knee. You can see he got like 300 pounds.
Right.
He stop eating.
So, but you felt like, it was crazy because the tide had switched with that dude, like it been back in the day.
He was a bully.
Yeah, he was a bully.
Kid, you know, he was, bro, when I was in 8th grade or 7th grade, he was already in high school. Torturizing people. They said if you play football, be careful. If something happened during football practice that you hit him hard or something, he'd get his friends to give you the tape. Especially if he was Spanish or something.
Yeah. Oh, that shit got racial, huh?
It was what it was.
Yeah.
You know? It was what it fucking was. I mean,
We had one Mexican kid that showed up in our town. We didn't have any Spanish people. We had one Mexican kid. Let me think about what this kid's name was. I think it was Nick, right? And I remember we all had science class, and actually in science class I had these hamsters you could play with until the second bell rang or whatever. Then you had to give, put them in a cage, and everybody would then we would do learning, And this fucking one time they had this hamster, right, Superman, we named him. And I was holding him in this fucking big sweatshirt I had, right? And after class, I forgot he was in here. He fell asleep in a little pocket, right? You put your hands, right? So after class, I just throw my book bag. I'm running. Next, I get a fight with two brothers, right? Get beat up pretty good. And one of them fucking killed this hamster that was still in his pouch and fucking punched him. So I never had it, like, sometimes I'm not even joking, bro. I'll have dreams where I feel like I had an abortion.
Or Superman. I knew something wasn't going to be good.
Yeah, I think his name was Superman. Let me think for a second. It might not have been Superman.
You could take the fucking hamster out of class and put your fucking pocket for anyway.
No, because you was sitting in class, you just nothing to do, and it was nice to kind of have something warm.
We went to high school.
Next to that town, a couple ways from there, called Covington, Mandeville.
Where'd you go to college?
I went to LSU and University of New Orleans. I graduated from University of New Orleans eventually. So I made it through.
You went to LSU, they still talk about Pistol Pete.
Oh, dude, the town I grew up in.
Get the fuck out of here.
He lived and died in our town, dude.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, and Lee Harvey Oswald went to middle school in our town.
Get the fuck out of here.
Swear to God, dude. And I say this a lot, but once in the 80s and in 1994, a bunch of infected, because Tulane University had their primate testing facility center in our town, and a bunch of infected monkeys got out and they let us out of YMCA summer camp to help the police look for them, bro. I remember they came to summer camp.
What?
And they basically
They
took
sent kids to look for.
Let me get that pen real quick.
not kids, dude, the tallest boys. They took the tallest boys right out and we helped them look for them. I remember surrounding a couple of chimps outside of a Kenny Rogers Roasters, dude, up a Highway 190. That's a true story, dude.
That's the name of your book.
Huh?
I was surrounded some chimps next to a Kenny Rogers Roasters.
And dude, the shit got racial. Like, people go around town, they were like yelling. I mean, this is fucked up. I mean, this just shows you how far in the South you are. People were like, 90 monkeys just escaped from this place or whatever. And you literally have, like, people riding around with guns and fucking Confederate flags. It's like, dude, these are animals, man. Like, relax. Like, the shit almost got, it was weird. Like, people were like, these fucking monkeys. Like, they planned it. Like, it was great. Like, it was.
I just threw that name out because today, in today's paper on Twitter, it said that the basketball player from the Lakers is producing the Pistol Pete marriage.
Oh, that's awesome.
Biopic. And I'm sitting there going, what kills me about today is they're doing biopics about people that these motherfuckers don't even know. That movie should have been done 20 weeks after he fucking died.
Yeah.
But nobody thought about doing it, You know much about Pistol Pete?
I mean, I think I know a pretty good amount about him. I mean, I know he played, I know he played at LSU. I know he played for the Jazz. I know his two sons.
Really?
Yeah, they played ball like whenever I was growing up. So one of them like a little younger, one of them a little bit older. So I mean, they were legends. It was kind of, it was a small town. Like it was
legends.
Yeah, the biggest name in.
If he lost his father, we'll let him sleep in the house or shit. Sleep in the yard. This is Southern basketball, Jack.
Dude, they had a half court or a quarter court in their upstairs of their house above the
look
in the attic. They had a basketball.
They didn't fuck around. The marriages didn't fuck around. That old man didn't fuck around. He had that's why he drank himself to death, because there was no childhood. His father made him go out there and do wind sprints and shit.
Yeah.
And that guy wasn't fast, but his fucking handling skills were just phenomenal.
We made up for it.
In my life, I've seen two people handle a ball fucking phenomenally. One was a guy named Pistol Pete Maravich, who was an NBA player. And another guy was a kid from South Carolina.
White kid or black kid?
White kid. And he played basketball in Essen. That's why he didn't get drafted, because he was such a freak. But his handling skills, I saw him play and I played against him when I got older. His handling skills were so fucking unbelievable. What he could do with the ball. And unless you see that,
right,
it's really hard to explain. Right. Even if you see Kobe Bryant pass or whether, Stephen Marbury pass, it was nothing but dribble or the control that Pistol Pete had for a white guy. And he had a tragic life. I don't think he ever won a championship.
I don't think he ever won a championship. I know, I think he still has like the highest average per game for college.
Yeah, because he shot 90 times a fucking game. His father would do
That's
the
the other
load
thing.
just up. His father would say, fuck those 4 guys.
Yep,
Shoot
literally.
the fucking ball. Shoot the fuck those 4 motherfuckers.
I heard he even tried to. Sometimes he would wear a completely different jersey. Like he would be on a team and they'd play in a team, and then he'd show up in a total different jersey. Like, I'm gonna play both you guys. And like, get out of here. It was nuts, bro. But yeah, man, we got out to look for all types of chips that I got out of that joint. You know, you can still look for it online. They got some old stores.
You know, it's crazy because
They had a lot of. I was going. Sorry.
no, I grew up in New York City, but in my heart, after I saw different places, there was a couple places I wish I would have grown up. One would have been New Orleans, the other would have been Houston. And there was one other place I wanted to grow up when I was a kid. I don't know.
New Orleans was
I don't know.
I always thought New York would be really cool.
You follow me? Like, there's always places to go.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
proud to be from Jersey. I love being from where I'm from. But it would be interesting. Like, when I go to New Orleans and I'm driving around, I always go, how would that turn out if I would have grown up on this fucking city?
Well, I don't know about you, but I feel like some gets a bad rap up north. But when I was driving, I drove across the country 3 times. I love this stuff. I love it. Everyone's nice.
Yeah.
It has nice weather. Like, I felt like I got a bad rap when I was in Mass.
People are fucking. I don't know. People are chill down there, man. But it's a lot of the same. Like you hear, you definitely notice there's a lot of old-fashioned ideas down there. Like people, you know, concepts are slow, you know.
But that's what makes the South the South.
Right.
Listen, that's what makes the South the South. I read somewhere that last week when those guys, the terrorists, shot those people, that the neighbor said he suspected something, but he didn't want to call the police because he didn't want to seem racist.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was too politically correct. You understand me? We gotta plan our lives we're too politically correct. Look what happened yesterday. Fucking Trump makes that announcement against Muslims. His fucking rating is the highest it's ever been. It's like 35%. He's 20 points ahead of the fucking competition. 19 points ahead of the competition.
I like. You like Sleepy Black?
I don't know
Ben
that.
Carson.
Oh, Jesus.
I can't vote, so I don't really know.
Oh, you can't even vote.
No, I got felonies and I don't want to fucking vote. It's too much pressure. Then you got to be responsible for your fucking vote. I don't have that type of fucking conscience.
So if you get a felony, you don't have to vote.
I can't.
Oh, that's awesome.
You
I don't.
can't vote and they can't have a fucking gun. That's what they. You know, that's the punishment they give me. Like, really? So I can't vote and I can't have a fucking gun. I can see not having a gun, but what voting got to do? I was disappointed, but after I thought about voting, I go, you know what? It's too much pressure. It's too much pressure. I don't know how people just vote and move on with their fucking lives. Voting for me is like gambling. If I would have voted on fucking Obama, I would have been pissed off right now. If follow me, you're in a corner at the fucking movie theater because you voted for fucking Obama. That's what they should do to people. Like, if you make a bad vote and you know you voted for them, take 50 people out of each neighborhood, throw stones at them, you dumb fucks.
They're all liars. And
Drown people. Drown them.
I don't vote. I got in a big fight with my mom and pa when they were here. When there's no popular vote, I think it doesn't matter at all. Especially like when I grew up in Mass. There's no, if you vote for a Republican, you're throwing away your vote.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't make sense that the popular vote isn't the way it elects people. And then even if it did, they all lie anyways. So I don't get the point.
What would you do? You think you would dress like if you were a politician? Do you feel like you? Sometimes I think about that, like would I fucking totally change the game and wear like like a white beat or some crazy boots or something? You know, like if you were like sometimes I think like say if you was a governor or something, be like. I'm gonna wear these crazy boots, or I'm gonna wear like a fucking dope jacket.
If I was a voting American, if I really was a voting American, I wouldn't give a fuck about abortion. That's got nothing to do with the price tags.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? The country's in this state of the country right now. What are you gonna do to get us out of this state? Let's go step by step. For your 2 terms. Let's go for the 8 years.
Yeah.
Give me the 8 years. How it's going to pan out. What are you going to do the first year? What are you going to take care of? What's second on the agenda? What's third?
Yeah.
Do I give a fuck about the homeless problem? Not fucking really. There's a ton of fucking problems you got to take in before we worry about the minute little things. Homeless people want to be fucking homeless people. What do you want me to do?
A lot of them are doing fine.
A lot of them are doing fine. You see them over here at the end of 134 getting change, then they walk over to that fucking Corvette. I'm driving a fucking Subaru, hustling like a fucking savage, taking 2 lanes a fucking week. And these cocksuckers are getting changed, making 40 grand a year at the end of the 134. Listen, man. It's not the point I'm talking about, but that's why I want to know your plan. I want to know your plan step by step by step by step. how it applies to me as an American. I want you to plan it out for fucking people who make $50,000 or less. I want you to tell
real people.
Yeah, you know. And now you're talking about the South, that they're slower, and that all that shit. You know what? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that that's there, and the reason why it's there. There's a reason why a white guy would say that he's going to stop Muslims from coming in right now. And people raise their hands and say half of them that say, "Oh, it's cruel" or whatever. But the other half are Americans that feel, you know, we got to stop this.
Oh yeah, man! You got to shut it down, bro. I wish if they had walls and you could press a button right now, I'd put them up everywhere.
But it's not just that. It's, you know, it's people who shut up the movie theater. Let's not just blame one fucking
So 100%, we got to find out who's in there. I just want to know who my neighbors are. We all got to figure this shit out. Who's here?
Listen, man, Pete, you said it best yourself. They're building some people moving in and out. They just said that these people have fucking passport duplication.
That's
You don't think
crazy.
they're here? You don't think
They're making billions on oil. They have everything. It's just, and I don't know because what are they gonna do? They're gonna walk. Are they gonna go around
Here, bro.
knocking on your neighbor's doors? Like, hey, we're gonna check all the Muslims out.
Well,
You can't.
not even Muslims, but even just regular people, you know?
I don't pay too much attention. If Trump hadn't said the things he said about Hispanics and this stuff about Muslims, I think a lot more people would be on board.
Yeah.
I actually read an article yesterday that they're predicting that Trump is going to bow out at the end, just like he did the last time. So maybe he doesn't want too much support. I don't know.
Right.
But it's crazy what people say, and then yeah, if you lay out a plan, right? What happens when they don't do any of what they said?
Yeah.
Like I voted the first time for Obama, and he said like the whole thing like 100 days of close Guantanamo. That was like the first thing he said, and it's coming up on the end, and that's nowhere near being closed. But maybe he didn't know that he couldn't close it. I don't know. But how do you hold them accountable? You can't. It's great. It's just like.
No, let me ask you something. Just
I'm a little high though. Are you guys still?
I'm very high.
Okay, I'm just making sure everybody's happy.
Why was it important to you that they would close Guantanamo? Why is that such a... I'm not arguing with you.
Right.
I just want to know.
Personally, I have no thoughts on that. But that was just the only thing I could think of right now. Like that was he said in the 100 days I'll close it. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm not
Now that people want them to close Guantanamo?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's like they're not giving them like fair trials. They're just keeping them there.
I did comedy there once.
Did you?
Yeah. For the troops there, yeah, not the prisoners, but it was pretty fun, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's chill in there. The chicks only had like 7 chicks, not even that hot, but some of the guys seemed friendly, and we went swimming and everything. We had a good time.
Now, what made you want to get on stage?
My dad was real old when I was born. That's how I was.
How old is he?
70. My dad was 70.
Hold on. Hold on a second. I got a minute of tissue.
You shit? Oh, that's shit a little.
No. I got to stop and blow my nose.
But yeah, I wonder what kind of hats I would wear, special pants I would wear if I was the president, bro. You ever wonder that, man? Like American flag pants? Yeah, like a little, you know.
When somebody breaks your
It's going good. It's on right now.
Huh?
I guess no. We can talk.
Stream?
Yeah, we're streaming right now on YouTube. And so your dad was 70 years old. That's crazy. How was that?
How was it? It was pretty nuts, bro. So wait, who's high? You're high?
I'm very high.
Okay.
Oh,
Joey's high.
Oh yeah, Joey. I think most of the people listening.
Do I seem super high, you think?
No, I thought it was funny when you said like going to do learning. I think that was.
Oh yeah, man, I get just caught up in something like I'm pretty high though. Like if I'm trying to think, like say somebody like, say if I wasn't myself and I came up to me, okay, and I said, fuck, that didn't make any sense, and I said,
Hi.
fuck, what were we talking about? What were we talking about?
Yeah, no, it's sometimes I wonder that like if I was sober watching a high person, I would know they were high.
Or you could like look at this bitch right here.
Oh, that's deeper than I was thinking. Sometimes I think I try to think.
Jay, what do you think? Would you like yourself, honestly, if you met yourself, dude? I'll be 100% honest. 100% honest.
No, I don't even look. I hate when I do a movie and I have to go watch it. Or something makes me, I'm dreading watching this fucking special. You know, I'm dreading all that shit. I don't want to see me. I don't want to fucking hear me. I don't want to see my body. I don't want to see my physique.
When is it? When is it special?
No, we just shot something in Vegas.
Oh, y'all did? Oh, was it awesome?
It was what it was. You know, I gotta see it. You know, I just went through the motions. Like, I don't fucking know. It's good. I'm really too high right now.
Oh, it's good. That's good.
Oh, I hope not. No, I hope it is. So your dad had he was 70.
Yeah, he was old.
How old was your mom?
32. She was young.
Dad was slinging some.
Just throwing it out there, man.
That was his first marriage.
No, he'd been married a couple. He'd been married one time before. Maybe
Still alive? What are we talking about?
No, he'd be old.
Sorry.
It's all right. Appreciate it, man. He would be almost on. He'd be 106.
I'm sorry.
Now.
I don't know. You only get 22, so I'm all fucked up. I've been around here for 10 years, maybe. So
I'm 32. Yeah, he got old, man. He just, I don't know. And that's what my mom will like. When I think about my mom, like, who would be like an old guy? Like, that'd be crazy. I feel like.
Was he like an attractive man? Was he like?
Yeah, definitely handsome, but I mean, he didn't have any money. You know what I'm saying? Like, who kind of thugs it out with an old dude that many times?
Let me get back to
you know.
How old was your dad when you passed?
86.
So he was around till you were 16. God bless you, bro.
Yeah.
You got to have him till you were 16.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, man. It was kind of wild having like an old dad because all the time you spent, it was just like a little bunch of like kind of vignettes of like he would take me to this bar sometimes with him, bro. And, you know, the lady would give me fucking chocolates, right? And then, I mean, one night the lady, I'm not even joking, kept giving me chocolates, and my dad's like, no more chocolates for me. You know, and I had probably 30, bro. Like, nothing could stop me from eating chocolates, bro. I'd just continue to put chocolates. If they had chocolates around me, I would just continue to put them into me. And this lady, my dad said, no. And then the lady took me to the side of the bar a little while later and just gave me fucking time. Like, almost like this lady wanted to, like, poison me or something, you know? So he used to take me to do, like, weird shit like that. I don't know.
God bless you, bro. Yeah, no. You fucking know. You fucking know. I lost my father when I was 3. I lost my mother when I was 16. So
That's crazy. Yeah, so you know some of the.
But right now, I have my daughter when I'm 49. Every morning I wake up, I can't lie to none of you guys. I wake up under my feet now. God, thank you for giving me another day. See, there's no fucking mentality in the church. That's all I need. Let her work it out like I worked it out without my mom. That's the best way to fucking do it because I feel like I'm going to die. I did blow. I had
die, man. Yeah.
But you always, you know, it's amazing that now, like I would say, who the fuck would have a kid at 50? Yeah. Don Johnson had a kid at 52 in the movie with him. I'm looking at him going, why would you have a fucking kid?
Yeah.
That's the most selfish fucking thing in the world. Also, I knocked my wife up. So now you're looking to live. Like, wait a second, you don't want to live with this child.
Right.
But fucking 70, you're dead and balls of steel. Brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I got 2 younger sisters and an older brother. So we got 4. Same mom and dad, yeah.
Oh, shit, you got 2 younger sisters.
Yeah, man, we had a while. It was pretty wild. I mean, I guess I'm trying to think like more about what it was like. Like I remember like weird shit, I guess. I mean, I don't know. So I remember like my dad would he let me drop like say as soon as I was tall enough, like 11 years old. I remember being 11 years old and my dad being like, hey, will you drive me? You know, because he couldn't turn his neck, you know. So like he's like, hey, will you drive me? And I'm like, yeah, I'll fucking drive you. I'll hit like 5'10". I'm good, a little growth spurt when I was 11. So next thing you know, I was driving my dad places, dude. Like I remember we dropped him at the post office and he said, go around block and and fucking hit like 7 cars on this fucking side of it. My dad had a Cutlass like a Delta 88, you know, like a just straight up fucking rig rider, bro. And it was a piece of shit. It was all backed up. The Hammond. It's probably about like 30 miles. My dad's just fast asleep in the fucking passenger side. So those are the fucking good old days, man.
What I feel for you a little bit. Like you tell the stories, you're happy, you miss them and everything. But all these stories are weird to tell sometimes. You know, they're weird to tell.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
it's not the normal American family like me. I had the same family.
Right.
So I can see that we both share that same little twitch because as you get older, you'll appreciate those stories more. Because nobody fucking had a life like that.
Right.
That when you're 11, your dad's like, drive the fucking car.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
We were all begging to drive the car.
You're begging to drive the fucking car at that age.
That's a
And
good
it's a
point.
small city.
Right.
You know, cops knew each other. You got pulled over.
Oh, it was chill.
30 fucking years in those days.
Yeah.
But just the fact that sometimes when your parents give you a lot of trust, it does something to you. It's good and it's bad.
Right.
You know, like you had an older dad that he saw life for what it was at 7, 8. I have no idea that he had this life because most kids, you know, there's so many good points growing up. No matter how they get stabbed, get beat up, and shit. You know, I'm very lucky. When my
Thugs and Muppets,
man, when my mom died, I didn't have to put into the system. You know, I was old enough to make my own decision. It's so weird. Until today, I realized I didn't do paperwork. My mom died. My friend said, "You want to live with us?" I'm like, yeah.
that was it.
I kept going to high school. Like nothing. I just switched my address.
And nobody asked any questions.
Who's your legal guardian? Me. My legal fucking guardian. Me.
Those are the fucking days. Dude. I feel like kids can't have anything like that anymore. Like all the, I don't know, just this ambiance. I think before some of the technology we have now that just made everything dope.
One of the reasons why I wanted to come home with my wife and the baby was because of my paranoia of dying. I wanted to walk my daughter up and down the same streets I walked.
Right.
I parked the car, I walked up to that terrace, I walked down the turnpike. But the best walk we did was in the park where we used to play basketball.
Yeah.
It was open. I took her in the park. And now they replaced the hut. There used to be a hut there. And one of the most racist things I ever heard come out of a person's mouth was in that fucking hut that me and everybody in the park with each other and just fucking shake hands. There used to be a hut there. The guy's name was Mr. His 2 sons are still alive. The one son's still alive. Nice kid. Nice kid. I always like Jackie. This happened to be 1940. We're in this park. We're just playing bagloads, playing when you're 11 and 12. It was a basketball court, but in those days, we weren't allowed on a basketball court. You know, the kids were drunk. Unless they picked you, you couldn't fucking, so we just played. Monkey bars and shit.
Chill.
And that hut was there, and it was the summertime. I'll never forget that Mr. Kennel was in that hut. And there was, you know.
He was coming in there?
Then he was sitting there with a fan on him in this little hut. The window was slid open. He's sitting there, he's got his glasses on. Mr. Kennel's got to be 40.
Right.
And there's 8 Spanish kids, 20 Italian kids, 6 Irish kids, and 1 fat black girl.
Blowing him?
With a huge Julius Irving afro. She's a little kid.
Right.
She's got to be playing. She's throwing rocks at the kids. They're all throwing rocks at each other. They're all having a good time. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, one of the white kids spits at Marlo. And Marlo spits back at the white kid. Mr. Kennel sees this. Now, we're over here. I don't know what the fuck we're doing. He sees this and he slides open the window. And he pops his head and he goes, "Hey, don't let that nigga spit get on you." Right? This is 1975. He goes, "That shit'll go right through you." And he closed the window. And immediately the kids sat there and looked at each other like, we had never heard. Like, I heard nigger on a Richard Pryor album.
Yeah.
That was it. For him to yell it, that was the most great. And Marlo just kept spitting at the white kid like nothing happened. And Marlo didn't give a fuck.
Damn, man.
That's great. Well, that hut is gone. My point is, the hut and its racism is gone, right?
They had this kid that lived down the street from us named Boogie, and the dad was like a bus driver in our town, and he used to cut our hair, right? And
he's a bus driver that cut hair.
he was a bus driver that cut hair. And here's the crazy part. You think about this: the only haircut he knew how to give was his own cut, right? Like the style he had, right? And it was a fucking, it wasn't even a style, it just looked like shit, right? So all the boys and most of the girls had the same cut in our town. Everybody looked jacked up. But were we talking about black people? Oh, no. The priest yelled that shit, man.
The first time I moved up in New Orleans, I read about mafia down there,
Mhm.
and how that guy ran the mob, and how he thought that whole Kennedy assassination came out wrong. And it was also very interesting to me that I saw a movie called Richard Gere and Kim Bassett.
Fatal Attraction.
No. Fatal fucking Attraction. That's the chick that shows a pussy.
Oh, that's I know it is Sharon Stone.
Right. This is.
What if Sigourney Weaver showed her pussy? Would you look or not?
Fuck yeah, with that overall. Actually, I love that sexy.
No Mercy.
No Mercy. It was a movie that came out in 1987 about white. 86 about white motherfuckers killing each other. They were all he raised and they put them in the fuck this shit. Kim Bassett. Kim Bassett. Kim Bassett.
Cheaper then.
And just feed her steaks and fucking fatten her up. When she's 18, you for a stab and you're married. You don't know. You hide her from the world. What time is it? I have no fucking idea. It's been 1982 for days. You know what I'm saying?
Don't ask. Do you all come from incest, really, when you really think about it? Like,
No,
we have
we're
to.
fucking islands.
Oh, then you have to probably have.
There's incest. I know for a fact that my grandmother and my grandfather like third cousins, something like that. So there's got to be, I'm retarded from bloodstream. It's something along. I know something happened. My uncle told me for the first time.
He said someone right.
No, he told me, but you know that your great grandmother, your great grandfather were like third fucking cousins. So that's why the maiden name is kind of weird. It's Valdez Malvarez or some shit. They just dropped the Malvarez or some shit. So it's an island. You come from a fucking island. There's got to be incest somewhere.
I don't think I'd ever do incest, man. Even if I think I had the hottest family member ever, bro, ever. Think about that, though, dude. Say a family cousin.
Listen, I don't want to talk about incest on the church.
Okay,
We got fucking boundaries here. We can't be talking about incest. I had a cousin I wanted to fuck too.
Okay.
I love body. When I was a kid, I had sex with like Puerto Rican. And they're like, you guys are cousins, or some families in Carrington. You guys should hook up and be a nice wedding. I had sex with a little girl. She wasn't a little girl. She had hair. I didn't.
Wow.
First time, Evie was her name. She was older than me by a year. I used to sleep over. One day she was looking at it, and I looked at her and almost fucking died. Hair, hair on it. I sniffed it.
Dang, you got down there, huh? Young fella.
No, I didn't eat it. I just sniffed it, I think.
Right.
I fucking ran away.
Yeah, that first smell is pretty strong. It's a real,
I don't remember. Why you gotta talk about smells?
I don't know, my bad. Is it my bad?
Fucking Thursday. What is it?
It's Thursday, dude.
Lee Sayers gotta go back to his house, stoned to kill.
Oh, thank God my mom's asleep.
Why?
I'm not going to because look how high I am.
Because you
Nah, you'll probably be fine, man.
You should bring her half a just tell her how it's going to go down.
Yeah, why don't you fucking do some Krav Maga? Get fucking wicked.
Because if not, you're going to argue with her anyway.
Yeah.
No, she knows.
Bring home a half a bone like that savage right in the middle.
Yeah.
No, as I was leaving, she's like, I'm gonna freeze the food. She made me a whole bunch of food.
Wow.
And I was like, hey, you know what? Everything we had tonight, just leave it out because I don't even want to eat that when I get home. And she's like, the whole breast. I was like, yeah, the whole breast.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I was gonna say, man. What were we talking about?
What made you jump on the fucking stage? What made you jump on the stage the first time?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I just thought, I guess, making people laugh is just the funniest. That was the best thing. Like, if people weren't laughing, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? We're just doing all this other shit. And then we wait for, and if rarely somebody says something funny and we laugh, like, why don't we do a little bit of the inverse, you know? Like, we do all this other shit. The best part is when somebody's laughing.
Was your dad funny?
He was pretty funny, man.
Where was he from?
He was from Nicaragua.
No wonder.
I'm
He was
Polish Nicaragua.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder he was slinging dick at 7. He should have made. When I thought he was a white dude, I was like, okay, he's crazy. I thought he was like somebody from, like one of those guys from the South.
Oh, yeah.
Get over here. I'm going to fuck you right now. I don't give a fuck to get dirty, too.
A lot of little reptilian.
You listen to Filipinos and those Spanish dudes. They got sperm eggs and that nutsack. They're fucking 90. I swear to God.
They'll start a kid like a magician.
Yeah, like those fucking old Spanish, those fucking Filipinos. Janice, my daughter's godmother,
Yeah.
her father had a kid at 74.
Yeah.
Why did you just pull out?
Bro,
40-year-old woman,
Oh,
70 fucking.
dude, they could do semen into a pond and it would start up at some point, man. They are so.
But then I watched that movie with Alec Baldwin, the young chick,
Yeah.
and he was in a fertility clinic with a bunch of other fucking dudes that are like 50 all dating 20-year-olds.
What is that?
It's complicated.
Yeah, man. I remember. Oh, Puerto Ricans you were talking. That they used to say that's when you guys. Oh, I was talking about the first Mexican kid we had in our town, right? So we had Miss Blackwell's class. We had the hamsters.
They like keep the hamsters after Superman.
No, that was just me. It was that same time. Right? Everybody would get a different pet. And, we used to play this game where you would somebody would lay down and you would put a snake on their back or a fake snake on their back, right? And you would play guess if I have a snake on my back or not, right? And people would literally bet if they did or what they were going to guess. And then sometimes we would put this game where they had this one rabbit in there that was always falling asleep. It was like almost, like a whatever rabbit narcolepsy kind of is, where it just drifts off, because it's a rabbit, they're not doing much, and you would set a rabbit on a pile of money and try to pull the dollars out from under it, and without waking up, the kid moved in, Nick, right? And the first thing he ever said in class, the man was, in science, they also taught you sex ed, right? So the first day this kid was in there, was the sex ed part, and he stands up and he goes, what does pop that cherry mean? That's what he said. He asked the budget teacher, like, as serious as could be, like, what does pop that cherry mean? he ended up banging some girl like in 6th grade, right? And she broke his heart, and he started like rap music, and he wore this t-shirt that said Nick the Rapper that he wrote on it with a marker, right? But he only put one P in it, and it said Nick the Reaper on it. The fucking shirt that he wore, and they fucking expelled him. They expelled him.
That's racist.
I guess he was Mexican, but see, Mexican didn't play a part, and he was a bad speller, and he fucking was that stupid question. What the cherry mean?
Never hear
that shit.
I bet the cherry's gonna pop. You can tell if you look and watch our shit.
I never popped anyone's cherry.
You didn't?
No.
You're still out there, though, man.
That's a little pressure.
Dude, I'll tell you this. We were at this dance, and my buddy ended up, touching this gal's vagina after the dance. And we were sitting around this fire at his house later, and so he's like, telling everybody what happened. And my buddy's dad came out, right, and heard it, and kept smelling my buddy's fingers that always standing up about that, So I'm fucking laying in the bed. Thankfully, this dog barks every now and then. It keeps me company, right, even though it's outside. And then you hear boom, 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 boom.
Back to angels. How many angels are actually, and this is another sort of point of contention, how many angels are actually named in the Bible?
Boom. My buddy's dad walked out there, killed the dog right outside the boom. Went to sleep.
For certain, and Gabriel. There's also one that's usually missed, and this would be in Revelation 9, this one called Abaddon, aka Apollyon.
Same dude that hours earlier had been smelling a young man's hand, man. Same man. And that's what blew my mind about the world. Like, how could at one moment a guy be so gentle? And then 7 hours later be blowing a freaking animal's head open. You have an animal in the woods, bro. It's gonna bark. You know how much woods is out there. He probably hears everything. They said they can hear everything. Imagine hearing 6 times something. You'd fucking be angry with your neighbor. 4 houses over. I don't know, man.
First you talk about incest, you gotta talk about killing dogs. They gotta bring me down.
Sorry, they gotta bring you down.
Bring that down.
Fucking dog. I'm sorry.
Sicily told me his girlfriend thought the laundry.
Oh, damn. You can have the laundry done.
You doesn't live with me. Why would you do my laundry? I did my laundry.
Bro, if we're really in love with it, you should fucking leave a load of when you go back 2 days later and see if it's clean.
Mom would
That's
do
what
it.
it's love.
No, but the thing is, she still lives with her mom would do it.
Oh, wow.
Her mom has offers.
Yeah, bring it on. Phone me on these smart child.
Is her married brother or not?
Have you ever had fun?
She's Mexican.
Have you ever had
Who's
fun
our
the other way?
It starts with my underwear? No, that's not. Why do you want to start?
Makes you feel like an adult.
Soft.
Yeah, shit. Makes you feel like you have a checkbook. You know? Makes you fucking feel good.
What was the first place you got upstairs?
This place called Brown. This place called Brown, and down in Louisiana, was a bar down there. And then I went on this thing called Semester SC, which is like a university, like a floating school that goes like you literally circumnavigate the globe. When I was in college, and they had a mic on there, and they had a senior passenger on our cruise ship that had died, right? So they was keeping him in the freezer, right? So I've just made some jokes about, you know, like different, like, you know, cold cuts and shit. Like this sandwich tastes like berry, you know, and just fake shit like that. And kids, you know, kids were kind of laughing. So then I got up, they had like an open mic thing on there, and I got up on there. It was fun. You know,
You're a nice looking kid. You're a dark dude. I like that. You know, I trust him with my fucking animals.
Thanks, man. Well, not that one. No.
Fucking dogs that you fucking.
Well, a couple of brothers beat that animal up. I never did that. Superman. I never did that. That was just, you know, to be honest, a couple of brothers.
I killed a fucking rat a couple times.
I actually backed over a deer once with a fucking lawnmower. If I'm really gonna share stories, I swear to God, man, it was a big bush hog, and I used to work on this farm in the summer times, right? And this man let me cut the grass with a huge bush hog. So one day I'm just cutting, and I backed around to turn it around, and a fucking deer, man, ran over a deer with it. Actually, I ended up killing a deer. Damn, it's just dark.
The deer jumped at my car once.
There you go. You killed it?
No, it ran away.
You probably killed it, though.
No. Yeah, but I was going like 20 miles an hour.
You hit it, and that's 20 miles an hour. Talking how fast that is.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But I had a dog in Wilshire.
Oh, no.
10 years ago, coming home, not stoned, minding my own business, doing the speed limit. You're on fucking Wilshire Boulevard. Yeah. You don't know. I wasn't even on Wilshire. I was on that block that you cut from Olympic all the way to Sunset. Vermont, one of those. Veteran, deep one, and all of a sudden, fucking a dog. I didn't hit him straight up. He ran into my car. And he bounced off my car and got more shock. And he was limping. Cars were going around and I pulled over and tried to get him beat. You ran that motherfucker. Once you hit them, they fucking run.
Yeah, they run forever.
You feel terrible. I mean, you feel fucking horrible. Whether it's a squirrel or whatever, you feel fucking terrible. You know,
but on a happy note,
accidents happen.
I had a great time looking at your cats. I had a great time watching your cats.
I know you did. Thank you very
It
much.
was so much fun.
My cats are good fucking animals, man.
Yeah.
I never had a cat.
Really, you had dogs?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you're ready.
No, I didn't have a dog, but I'm thinking about getting a dog. I've been thinking about it, and I'm still considering.
If I didn't have as many allergies as I do, I'd get cats. Because, like, it was funny. Like, they have, like, little setups. Like, Roy would sit right at the edge of your kitchen and wait for somebody and, like, attack them. I was like, hey, buddy!
Hilarious.
Like, I'd pause the TV and just start watching them.
And Dimmy runs into her house. So Dimmy will go fuck with somebody else. Somebody else will swat him. He'll give him a look and go, fuck you. And also walk right into Gray. And Gray will hit him with 3 quick rights to the head. And he'll go, fuck you, dirty bitch. And then he'll go in the kitchen and go, shit, that bitch is crazy. It's a show to watch animals. Whether they're dogs or cats, especially at night when you have 1 or 2 or 3.
And Gray went crazy for the ham chewing and stuff.
Yeah, they should have a cat like a streaming cat channel where you can just watch cats whenever you want.
Oh, that's what we should do. Just get you like an iPad and put it on
Yeah, just start a cat channel, dude, and dress up like different fucking ethnicities. So when they go up and interact, you could like it's almost like a game of Risk.
I don't like when people dress up their fucking dogs and shit.
Yeah,
I don't know why they do that. There's no dog that wants to have a tuxedo on.
Oh, they had a kid in our town, and this is no correlation, but it had really bad, like kind of, I don't think it was Down syndrome, but pretty close. And his mom would dress like costumes all the time, like he's in a pirate costume. Like this week, like his mom, like he was like it was always Halloween or something for him, you know. He's like, yeah, he's a panther, you know.
I want to give a shout out happy anniversary to Tina and Jimmy Joe, Aiden Diaz, Jesse Bryant, Peter Manley Barr, Jim Jorgensen, Paul Lynch, Jack Bratcher, what's happening, you bad MMA motherfucker, and my man Henry Solari, you better joke in class this week, cocksucker.
And Dustin Zawacki just had a baby.
What we're seeing is that
This episode is brought to you by ExpressVPN. More on that later. Let's get in.
I think something that we should.
He's doing a GoFundMe. Did you hear about that?
I heard that. Something like that.
He's doing. There's a bunch of great. He's doing great things for a couple families and kids, and wants to do more for people at Children's Hospital in LA. But we tweeted it, and I'll tweet it tonight. It's just he's giving some kids with some pretty terrible diseases like some happy times for the holidays.
That's awesome. Great heart, man.
He's over there giving blood, bringing sandwiches, plays with the kids. And listen, man, it means the world to people when you visit.
Yeah, he's exceptional. That guy's got a million hearts, bro. Good dude.
You know, it's really weird. We live in a place where people do weird things, you know, weird things to get attention.
Yeah.
And if I know anything about Steve Simon, he does everything that you're happy to be his friend. He keeps you around.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you come from a society that's not selling their fucking blood in this town to get ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people in this town that you know where they are. They want to be like,
Yeah.
you're not making money. Also, you're investing in more than that. They help.
Yes. So again, bottom line is the physical description wouldn't even hint at anything reptilian. Okay. No. But the thing is, people like to go to Numbers chapter 21, where it's a scene depicting the Israelites being essentially attacked by what are called fiery serpents. Okay, so the terminology there is that they are saraf nahash.
And okay, that's just, you're very professional. You know, people are like, how do you live and things like that. They're taking money from the Russians.
This is Joe Rogan Experience 1368, Edward Snowden.
I do this for like I speak. I don't have a YouTube channel where it's, you know, I'm Joe Rogan. But I give speeches at universities and things like that. I do a lot of interviews and stuff.
We're recording now, right?
My own setup.
Is it possible that you could do a YouTube channel? Would that work?
Yeah, like I mean, if you introduce me so like I get followers, yeah, we can do that.
Dude, I'm all in. That could absolutely happen. Do you want to do that? Is that something you want to do?
No, I mean, this is a big question. So I came on because I had just written a book called Permanent Record, which is the story of my life, because that's what publishers make you do when you're writing your first book. But it's more than that, because I didn't just want to talk about me. It's actually about the changing of technology and the changing of government in this sort of post 9/11 era, which, you know, our generation just sort of happened to be growing up during. And I was at the CIA and the NSA and all this stuff. But the day that the book came out, the government hit me with a lawsuit, and they hit the publisher of the books with a lawsuit, because they don't want to see books like this get written. They especially don't want to see books like this get read. And so the big thing was, you know, we didn't know where this was going. We didn't know what was going to happen. And my publisher, of course, wanted me very badly to let people know this book existed, in case the government leaned harder and harder and harder. We didn't know where that's going. And the government is still pursuing that case quite strongly. They're more focused on the financial censorship side of it, basically taking any money that I made from it, kind of as a warning to the others, and getting a legal judgment against publishers saying, you know, you can't pay this guy, that kind of thing. More so than taking the book off the shelves, but that's not because they're okay with the book being on the shelves. It's because, thankfully, we've got the First Amendment, and so they can't. And that's a very rare and good thing. But anyway, in the context of that, they were like, well, what about Joe Rogan? And, you know, I'd heard about you at this point, but, you know, the only thing that I had really seen that I really understood, had familiarity with, was like you talking to Bernie Sanders, which, by the way, I very much appreciated hearing that, because a lot of people don't give the guy time to talk.
Yeah, to hear him in those sound bites, you don't really get an understanding of who he actually is.
Right, and this is the other thing. Like, they're like, well, you know, you can go on all these, you know, major network shows, and I did a couple of them. I did like a morning show. I did Brian Williams.
But broadly, the media, the more corporatized media, as we might say, is exactly what you just described, right? They want you to be able to answer in like 15 seconds or less. And when we're talking about big, massive shifts in society, we're talking about power. When we're talking about technology, how it controls and influences us in the future, you can't have a meaningful conversation within those constraints. And so instead, these guys all want to say, repeat these long, discredited sort of criticisms. You know, I'm sure you'll ask the same thing, and that's okay. They're fair questions, but it's like, we can't have the conversation if we can't have the space to think and read and have this sort of discussion. So anyway, they mentioned you, and I was like, Joe Rogan. Where do I know this name from before Bernie Sanders? And I look back through my Twitter mentions, and the funny thing is your fans have been harassing me to death for like the last years. Wonderful people. But like, go on Joe Rogan. And I remember, like, after I had just made a Twitter account, Neil deGrasse Tyson actually helped me get on Twitter, gave me that little initial boost, and they said Joe Rogan, and so they like linked you, and you know I mouse over your name because I use a desktop and not mobile for this because of security reasons, and it pops up and I get your avatar, man, and like I have to say your logo is the worst thing in the world for people who are like trying to be like politically serious, and you know they're worried about the national security advisor condemning it, because like this bald guy with this maniacal grin and like the third eye on his forehead, and I'm like, oh man, that's Joe. You know? That man doesn't look good, but it's actually like when you watch, you know, when you watch what you're doing, it's great stuff, man. It's great, but that first impression, like this almost didn't happen, but everybody who has talked to you, you know, everybody who watches your show, I think they get a very different impression than how you're painted. And for me, it's a wonderful thing because nobody understands that better than I do, right? Like the government ran a smear campaign against me endlessly for 6 months when I came forward in June of 2013. I know we got way off topic here. I'll get back to it.
Fine. There's no such thing as off topic. We can do it. We can't talk about whatever.
Great. Okay, so for those people, first off, who have no idea who the hell I am, I'm the guy who's behind the revelations of global mass surveillance in 2013.
I did.
I worked for the CIA. I worked for the NSA as a contractor at the NSA, a staff officer at the CIA. I was undercover working at NSA. And I talk about the difference between this in a book and contractor and government official and how it's all sort of lost its meaning. But I saw something wrong, and I saw basically the government was violating the law, and what I believe to be the Constitution of the United States, and more broadly human rights, for everyone in the United States and around the world. There were domestic surveillance programs, there were mass surveillance programs, they worked internationally. Basically everything that they could monitor, they were monitoring. And this is actually, like, people go, well, isn't that obvious? Isn't that what they're supposed to do? This is weird, but the answer actually is no. Under the framework of our Constitution, the government is only supposed to be monitoring people that it has an individualized, particularized suspicion of wrongdoing. We think about this in the investigative means, right? Like all those TV shows where they're like, go and get a warrant. The reason they have to do that, like we fought, is when we had governments of absolute power, they could simply go in your home and go, you know, is this guy a pot smoker, his diary, you know, whatever it is, and just like if you find evidence of crime, you march them off to prison, it's all good. You found evidence, they're a criminal. Where you didn't find evidence, well, no harm, no foul. You're just doing what government does. We were trying to build a better system where, yes, the government has extraordinary capabilities, but it only uses them where they're necessary, right? Where they're proportionate to the threat that is presented by this person. Like, we shouldn't be afraid of the person who's got like a baggie of weed in their dresser or something like that. That is not a threat to national security. That government officials got together behind closed doors. And this was actually led, interestingly, President of the United States, Cheney. Everybody remembers that name, hopefully. Can look that name up. Dick Cheney. A guy named David Addington. And this lawyer, David Addington, wrote a secret legal interpretation that no one
else was allowed to see. It was kept in the vice president's safe at the White House. They weren't giving this even when they told people, and it was just a couple people in Congress. Nancy Pelosi was one of them, and a couple of these other folks. When they talked to the heads of the agency, the NSA, the CIA, and the FBI, and all this stuff, they told them, the White House and the Office of Legal, but we can't tell you why. We can't show you the legal authorization for it. You just got to take our word for it. And so they did this, and this became a mass surveillance program called Stellar, which they said was supposed to monitor the phone calls and internet communications, emails, and things like that of everybody in the United States. And because if you remember, in the wake of the September 11th attacks, they were saying, we thought there could be sleeper cells of Al-Qaeda that were just, peppered all throughout the country. They were going to spring up at any moment. Of course, like weapons of mass destruction, it just didn't exist. It was all a power grab. But on that basis, they started doing this in secret, and it was completely unconstitutional. It was completely illegal, even under the very loose requirements of the Patriot Act. But they did it for so long that they got comfortable with it. And they thought, this is a really powerful capability. What if we started using this for stuff that was other than terrorists, or there were terrorists? The program wasn't effective because these were guys in Pakistan that weren't using, email and phone calls. They were getting on, But bit by bit over time, this grew and grew and grew, and there were scandals. And if you want to drill down on these later, I'll go into them. But what happened was step by step by step, our constitutional rights were changed, and we weren't allowed to know it. We were never granted a vote on it, and even the many members of Congress, 535 in the United States, they were prohibited from knowing this. And instead, they told only a few select people. In the original piece, there were only 8 members of the Gang of 8 who knew about this. Then there were the people on the